Welcome to part 2 of the 3-part handstand follow-along class. Today is going to be all about taking your handstand off the wall into the open space. We're going to work on strength, alignment and on technique. Every time you rest before your next set, I'm going to explain to you and show to you precisely how to do the next exercise. So while you rest, don't completely shut off. You're still going to have to pay attention so you're not going to be left behind in that next set. Throughout today's workout, we're going to be building up to more advanced progressions 3 times. If at any point you realize that the exercises are getting too difficult, simply repeat the exercise from the set before. Only do what feels safe. I'll be explaining to you how to do the drills, but in order to actually be able to focus on training today, I'm not going to go into too much detail about the why. If you do want to learn why we choose these particular drills in order to learn the handstand, please make sure to check out my free handstand masterclass here on my YouTube channel. If you have any questions about the drills or something is unclear, please head down to the comments and let me know there so I can help you out as much as I can. Also, of course, I would highly appreciate it if you like and subscribe, and if you share this video with your fellow handstand athletes in order to spread the word and to allow me to make more content like this for you in the future. If you haven't done your warm-up yet, this is not much of a suggestion, but more a request to you. Stop this video right now, head over to my handstand warm-up follow-along, work through this, and then 20 minutes later, come meet me back here so we can get started with our wall handstands. The first exercise up today as a dynamic warm-up is going to be the wall walk. I want you to start on your knees with your feet already touching the wall. Hands right underneath the shoulders. Remember, I'm always going to show you the exercise first before we then do it together. From here, we're basically going to put our feet up the wall and we're going to walk towards the wall. Hands point towards the front, hands shoulder width apart, core is engaged. You look at your hands, you elevate your scapula, and the goal is to come as close as possible towards the wall without the knees, the chest or anything else touching the wall. Just the feet touch the wall. You push out tall and you walk away again. You don't have to hold this wall handstand. Instead, we're just going to walk up and straight away back down. We're going to go for 2 reps at a time. You ready? Let's get it started. Come to your knees, feet already touch the wall. Hands shoulder width apart, elbows locked. Look at your hands. Put your feet on the wall. Walk your feet up the wall, walk your hands towards the wall. Everything is nice and tight, core is engaged, legs are engaged. Look at your hands, elevate your scapula, don't allow your knees or your chest to touch the wall. Walk away 4 steps, 2, 3, 4, and you go straight away again. Walk back up the wall. Push through, stay elevated, stay strong. Walk all the way up, hold it for a short moment, everything is engaged. Look at your hands, don't look at the wall. Walk away, good. Come down and rest. Well done. While you take a rest, I'm going to show you the next exercise straight away. You're going to start closer to the wall. You're going to come about 1 step away from the wall. Now, first of all, we're going to point our feet, so the top of our feet is on the wall. Everything is nice and engaged, and you create 1 straight line from your wrist all the way up to your toes. Now, in this position, imagine you have a hook attached to your neck. It's going to pull you towards the front, so your feet slide down the wall, and we're going to push the feet back up the wall. I don't want you to pull your hips. Really focus on pulling just your shoulders, and you're going to push the feet back up. We're going to go for 1 set of 3 reps. This is such a good exercise to prepare you for the exercise that's to come right after. So please, make sure you take this one serious. Once you're ready, let's get it started. You can start with your hands a little bit closer to the wall already because we're not working on the wall walks anymore. Step up the wall. Approach to the wall until you're about 1 step away. Point your feet, engage your glutes, engage your core, engage everything. Everything is in 1 straight line. And now fully elevated in the shoulders. Lean your shoulders towards the front, slide the feet down the wall, and you push back up. We're going for 3 reps. You got this. 1, shoulders come towards the front, feet slide down, push back up. 2, and 1 last one. Everything is nice and tight. Push back up. 3, good. Walk away, come down. Very nice. Now this next exercise here is going to be the slide away. The slide away is by far the best exercise to learn to get off the wall. And the slide away is also going to be the most difficult exercise we're going to do in today's class. So bear with me. We're going to do a total of 2 sets. In this first set, don't overthink it, just try to get through it. On the second set, you're going to do well. Let me show you how this works. We're again going to start exactly the same way. We're going to walk up the wall. We're going to come about 1 step away from the wall. And we're basically doing exactly what we did earlier, this half slide away, shoulders slide towards the front, feet slide down the wall. And all you have to do from here is go a little bit further and your feet leave the wall automatically. They travel away from the wall, the shoulders travel back on top of your hands. Once everything is aligned on top of the center of your hands, you push out nice and tall, and you come back to the wall in a straight line. Let me show you one more time. Shoulders slide towards the front, feet leave the wall, everything in 1 straight line, align it on top of the center of your hands, push out nice and tall, come back to the wall. We're going to go for 2 reps at a time. And like I said earlier, we're going to do a total of 2 sets. So don't freak yourself out in this first one. Once you're ready, let's get it started. Hands shoulder width apart, elbows locked, hands point towards the front. Walk towards the wall, about 1 step away from the wall. Point your feet, top of the feet's on the wall. Everything is nice and tight and engaged. Look at your hands. Shoulders slide towards the front. Feet begin to leave the wall. Line everything up in a straight handstand. Push out nice and tall. Back to the wall, that's 1. Let's do 1 more time straight away. Shoulders come towards the front. Lean until your feet become light. Line everything up. Push out nice and tall. Back to the wall. Walk away. Take a rest. While you rest, let me explain to you why your feet might not be able to leave the wall just yet. If you're not sliding your shoulders far enough in front, you're not getting enough weight into your fingertips, staying wall heavy, and it's going to feel impossible to leave the wall. The reason why you're not sliding your shoulders towards the front enough is most of the time simply because you're not strong enough. A second reason why you might not be able to leave the wall is because you're arching your back. No matter how far you lean your shoulders towards the front, if you're arching your back, you're going to stay wall heavy at all times. If in this forward lean position, you simply straighten out your back, you see your feet leave the wall automatically. Keeping all of this in mind, let's nail the second set. Let's get started. Hands shoulder width apart. Fingers point towards the front, elbows are locked, scapula is elevated, walk up the wall. Come a little bit closer to the wall if you want to make it easier. Everything is nice and tight, shoulders lean towards the front, feet leave the wall, line everything up. Push out nice and tall. Back to the wall, that's 1. 1 more time, shoulders lean towards the front. Weight to the fingertips. Peel the legs off the wall, align everything. Push out nice and tall. Push back to the wall in a straight line, and you walk down. Hey, well done. Good job. This was the hardest exercise today. I promise, from here it's only going to get easier. And this next one is going to be super easy compared to what we just did. We're going to prepare for another more advanced exercise. The first one up is going to be the single leg tuck slide. Everybody can do this. Let me show it to you while you rest. You're going to come a little bit closer to the wall than what you just were. Now the first big difference is that for these slideaways, we started in a straight line. What you want to do now is you want to start with your shoulders already on top of your hands and also with your hips on top of your hands and shoulders. So the only angle that's going to be created is at your hips. And now in this position, you're going to take one knee, pull it down the wall, and bring it back up. Pull the knee down to a single leg tuck, and you bring it back up. We're going to do 2 on each side, and we're going to alternate sides. Now important to me here is that your hips don't move at all. Hands, shoulders, hips stay perfectly aligned the entire time. Pull the knee down, but keep it in line. Don't bring it out to the side. If you feel like this is quite difficult, come a little bit further away from the wall so you have less pressure on your shoulders, elbows and wrists. Once you're ready, we're going to do only 1 set. 2 on each side, alternating sides. Let's get it. Walk up, hands shoulder width apart, elbows locked, scapula is elevated, look at your hands. First thing up, shoulders on top of your hands, hips on top of your hands and shoulders. Starting with the left knee, pull the left knee down towards the tuck and bring it back out. 1. Focus on keeping your hips nice and stable. Right knee comes down and back up. 1 more round, you got this. Left knee comes down. Push it back up and 1 last one on the right. Hips stay stable, knee stays in, don't let it flare out. Back up and you walk away. Well done. From here, we want to take it up 1 step. We're going to do the 45 handstand single leg tuck slide. You're going to take 1 foot off the wall and the other foot that's still on the wall is going to do exactly the same thing as doing the single leg tuck slide. It's going to require more coordination, more strength, and all in all, it's just going to be a little bit more difficult. And here's what that's going to look like. We're going to start quite close to the wall. I want you to be a little bit further away from the wall than for these single leg tuck slides to make it a little bit easier, but also at a preparation for the next drill after. Start the same way, shoulders on top of your hands, hips on top of the shoulders and your hands. 1 leg is going to come up. Now this foot that's not on the wall is going to stay perfectly stable, and the wall leg, that's the one that's working. The wall foot is going to pull down into a tuck, nothing but this leg moves, and we're going to push this leg back up. This knee from the tuck should not be touching the wall. I don't want you here. Shoulders on top of the hands, everything is nice and tight, everything is nice and engaged, and we push this leg back up. We're going to do 2 on the right, and then you're going to do 2 on the left. What's difficult here really is keeping this top leg stable and in position. You see that leg that goes down and up on the wall? That's easy, not much can go wrong with this leg. But the problem with this top leg is that it wants to go towards the back, towards the front, it wants to arch, it wants to pike. You need to make sure it's not doing any of this. So 100% of your focus, well, first of all, is going to go into your shoulders so they stay elevated and stable. and all the other focus is going to go into this top leg to make sure it stays fully immobile. Once you're ready, let's get it started. Hands on the floor, feet against the wall. Walk up the wall. Don't come too close this time. Point your feet on the wall, hands shoulder width apart, elbows locked, scapula elevated. Shoulder on top of the hands, hips on top of the shoulders. Left leg leaves the wall, right foot is still on the wall. Pull your right foot down into the tuck and push back up. Focus on this left leg, keep it perfectly immobile. Right leg comes down, right leg comes back up. Beautiful. Change legs, left leg goes to the wall, right leg comes away from the wall. Check your position first, is your scapula elevated or your elbows locked? Pull your left leg down into the tuck, push it back up. Pull the left leg down, push it back up. Both feet back towards the wall, walk away from the wall nice and tight, nice and strong. Come down, relax. Good. This next exercise is going to put it all together. And this next exercise is only going to work if this previous one, the single leg tuck slide with only one leg touching the wall, was not an absolute disaster. If this exercise was very difficult, simply repeat it. I promise to you, you train this for a bit, in a week or two from now, it's going to be a piece of cake. For everyone else, we're going to do the single leg tuck takeoff, an incredible exercise to start having the freestanding handstand and to get some freestanding handstand control close to the wall. Once again, I'm going to show you whilst you rest. We start in exactly the same way. Walk up the wall. Hands shoulder width apart, not too close to the wall. Shoulders on top of the hands, hips on top of the hands. Left leg comes away from the wall. You're going to pull your right leg down into a nice and tight tuck. And now with your shoulders, hips and foot right on top of the center of your hands, fingertip heavy, all you have to do, lift the leg away from the wall, come right back to the wall, push it up. We're going to switch side and do exactly the same thing on the other side. What I don't want to see is you trying to jump away from the wall, to push off the wall, right? If your leg is not willing to leave the wall just yet, your alignment is not good enough. I want to explain you that part right after. For now, let's get this first set started to break the ice. Let's get it. Hands on the floor, shoulder width apart, walk up the wall. Remember, we don't want to come too close. Elbows are locked, scapula is elevated. Shoulder on top of the hands, hips on top of the hands. Left leg leaves the wall. Now focus. Pull your right leg down into the tuck. Weights on top of the center of your hands, fingertip heavy. Bend your right knee a little bit more. Peel the foot off the wall. Hold your handstand, back to the wall. Push the leg up. Switch sides. Right leg is on top. Fingertip heavy here already. Pull down into the tuck. Simply bend your left knee a little bit more, pulling the foot off the wall. Hold it, stable, hold it. Put your foot back on the wall. Push your foot up the wall. Both feet against the wall. Walk away. Well done. Now whilst you rest, I want to explain to you why this exercise might not be working for you just yet. One reason might be that your scapula is too depressed, your shoulders are closed, and your back is arching far too much. Your ribs are basically pulling you back towards the wall. You have to work on elevating your scapula and on straightening out your line. A second reason might be that your top leg is piked towards the wall. This often happens when you're a little bit scared that you might fall over. Fear is a normal thing. You're going to practice this, you're going to get stronger, you're going to get more confident. You're going to slowly over time learn to open this top leg up towards the back more with the heel on top of the center of your hands and the back of your head. Film yourself from the side to check on your position for this one. Last but not least, the reason why you might not be able to take your weight off the wall is because this straight line that you've created with your body is not on top of the center of your hands, but on top of your wrists. You really need to be able to lean into your fingertips in order to be able to leave the wall. Got enough rest? Let's go for set number 2. Same thing again, just better. Start with your hands on the floor, feet against the wall. Walk up the wall. Both feet are on the wall, point your feet. Shoulders on top of the hands, hips align on top of the hands and shoulders. Elevate your scapula. Left foot leaves the wall. Pull your right leg down the wall into the tuck. Fingertip heavy, push out nice and tall. Peel the right foot off the wall, hold your single leg tuck. Back to the wall, push the leg up. Good, change sides. Right leg leaves the wall. Pull your left foot down the wall. Peel the left foot off the wall, hold your tuck. Hold it, challenge yourself, stay there, foot back to the wall, push the leg up the wall, both feet against the wall, walk away. Nice one, well done. We only have 2 more exercises left today. Both of them are going to be a little bit more dynamic and both of them are going to explore ways of how you can train to actually jump up into the handstand, basically to finally really take the handstand off the wall and do your freestanding mounts. The first one is going to be the single leg step up. Let me explain to you. You're going to start on all 4. You want to come quite close to the wall. The closer you are, in a way, the easier it's gonna get. Your hands are gonna be shoulder width apart, elbows are fully locked, scapula is elevated. Hips are gonna be high up in the air. Now I'm gonna take my right foot, my first foot, whichever you wanna start with, and you're gonna put it against the wall. Don't put your knee against the wall. This wall foot is never going to move. It's gonna stay there solid the entire time. So make sure you plant this foot well. And this other foot, in my case the left one, is simply gonna step through into the single leg tuck that we've been practicing the entire time. From here, we're gonna come straight back down, and we just do it again. If you feel like you're lacking a bit of mobility to step in here, put your hands a tiny little bit further away. If you have very flexible hamstrings, you can even come a little bit closer and make the position a little bit tighter. One more time, from here with all the significant weight in your fingertips, you wanna step up straight away into the single leg handstand, and we're gonna step back down. Now we're gonna do a total of 3 reps on each side for only 1 set, so it's not gonna be too long. Try to focus up because again, this is just a preparational exercise for what's about to come. You ready? Let's give it a try. I know it's a little bit overwhelming at first, but I promise to you, you do a couple, we break the ice, and you're gonna see it's actually super easy. Let's get it. Start on all 4. Remember, we wanna be quite close to the wall, but not too close. Hands shoulder width apart, elbows fully locked. Start by bringing your hips up. Let's start with the right foot. Put your right foot against the wall, plant it firmly into the wall. Shoulders on top of the center of the hands, fingertip heavy, really push your fingertips into the floor. I already want to see lots of weight in your hands at this point here. And now all you do is push your right foot into the wall, left foot leaves the floor, step up into the single leg handstand, and we step back down. That's 1. Don't even overthink it, let's just do it right away again. Weight into the fingertips, left foot gets light, and we step up into the single leg handstand. And we do 1 last time, the best one. Step up, straight away, scapula elevated, tall, straight line. Try to reach the ceiling with your foot. Come back down. Let's change sides straight away. We're gonna rest after. Left foot on the wall. Fingertip heavy, plant the left foot firmly. Shoulders don't move at all. Shoulders on top of the center of your hands. Right foot leaves the floor. Step up, and you come back down. 1. Let's go again. Step up, straight handstand all the way up, foot touches the ceiling. Back down. And we do 1 last one. Step all the way up, shoulders don't move, scapula is elevated, and we come back down. Good, relax. Nice. That was a good way to break the ice, but now we gotta take it up a notch. We have to jump all the way up into the handstand straight away without this extra leg touching the wall. Here's what that's gonna look like. Again, starting on all 4, similar distance to the wall. If you're really close to the wall, come a tiny little bit further away from the wall. Important now is that your feet really don't touch the wall in your starting position. You're again going to take 1 foot up. Now this right foot that we planted in the wall earlier is not going to touch the wall at all during this entire exercise. All you're going to do now is take this left foot, jump it against the wall, and we come back down. We're basically going to jump up to the single leg tuck. We're going to do 2 on one side and then 2 on the other side. Now getting up there is a combination of 3 things. 1 is obviously my bottom leg pushing off the floor. The second one is this top leg, the one that never touches the wall, that kicks upwards. And the third one is my shoulders that resist and push open into the straight handstand. Once you're ready, we're gonna do 2 on each side. Now I know this is gonna be challenging, it's gonna be difficult at first. You might not make it up today, but it's completely normal. We're here to train, we're here to practice, we're here to get better, and getting good at handstands is a journey. Let's get at it. Start approximately at the same distance to the wall. Hands shoulder width apart, elbows locked, scapula elevated. Put your hips up in the air. Right foot on the wall. Now take it off the wall. Remember, this right foot never touches the wall. Push your left foot into the floor. Kick up, jump the left foot against the wall. Nice. And you come back down. 1 more time straight away. Kick up, single leg handstand. Back down, let's change sides. Remember, your shoulders should never move. Right foot is on the floor, left foot on the wall. Take the left foot off the wall. Left foot never ever touches the wall, shoulders never ever move. From here, kick up, jump up, back down. 1 more time, kick up, jump up, and back down. Good, relax. While you rest, I'm gonna show you how you shouldn't do this. Why this might not be working for you right now. There's really 2 major reasons here. Number 1 is that you're jumping your hips not up, but towards the wall, meaning you're arriving with this wall leg super bent, and then you have to extend this leg to push your hips towards the front to actually arrive on top of your hands. Of course, we want to jump up straight away. The second reason why this is not working out for you right now is because your shoulders are simply not opening. You're basically jumping into a banana handstand. You're making it up, but your handstand looks all wonky. You want to think of leading your jump with your hips to straight away open your shoulders to get elevated and even a little bit protracted almost. With this additional intel, let's go again. Let's do better. Let's do the last set of today's workout. Starting just like we did before, hands shoulder width apart, elbows locked, scapula elevated. Hips are as high as you can in the air. Right foot on the wall, right foot off the wall. Right foot will never ever touch the wall. Keep your shoulders stable. Remember what I just explained. Now, jump, kick against the wall. Once. Jump your hips up. 2. Very nice. Change sides. Left foot on the wall, left foot off the wall. Remember, you want to guide with your hips. Jump your hips up and back down. Last one, best one. You got this. Come on, jump your hips up, back down, boom, relax. Hey, good job. That's it for today. Come back here and train this workout up to 4 times per week. I promise to you, with only a few couple weeks, you're going to see major improvements to your handstands, to your handstand control, and your overall strength. If you want to have a specifically customized handstand workout for you, for free, right into your inbox, then follow the link down below in the description, work your way through the customization, and request your free workout today. Once again, it would mean the world to me if you can like and subscribe, and if you can share this video with your fellow handstand athletes, as I promised to you, they're going to have great benefit from it, and I'm going to benefit from it as well, as I'm going to be able to create more content like this for you in the future. If you have questions about today's workout, head down to the comment section and ask away. I'm going to try to help every single one of you. And if you're not sure about your exercise form, make sure to tag me in your videos, in your stories, or wherever you post it, so I can have a look at it and get back to you there. Thank you so much for training with me, and I'm going to see you next time.